Hi, and welcome to Artistic School of Nails and Cosmetology. Here with me is Laura as our patient, and Fuzia as our paramedical instructor. I am the owner and director of the school, and I also helped Fuzia teach in her classroom. Today we're working with Laura to work on her spider veins. Her spider veins range from her foot up to her thighs, and we have a few on her face. So we're going to be beginning at the bottom of the foot, going up to the top of the leg, and then to her facial area. At the bottom here, when we start working, the spider veins are often fed only by the varicose veins. So what we do is we eliminate the spider veins first, and then we do sclerotherapy for the larger veins that feed to this. So our varicose veins are your main feeders to your spider veins, and we want to correct those first, cut off all the blood flow to them, then do the main correction. We do many of these procedures a week. On the average, it's $75 every 15 minutes. You'll see as I put my needle here to the vein, it's hot pink looking and it turns white and it's completely gone. Now that's only temporary. Within the hour, the skin will talk to the brain and tell, something's been here, it's done work, we need to send blood flow to correct it. So that's when we're going to get a little bit of swelling to it, which is typically normal. In the olden days, we used to think when we got the spider veins fixed that we had to wrap them, lift them up high above our head and all, and it's totally the opposite today. Today I'm going to ask Laura when she's done to please go grocery shopping or something for at least the next hour to 45 minutes with vigorous walking, because what it helps to do is completely scab off inside under the skin, and the veins begin to heal a lot quicker. So I'm working here on this larger vein, and you'll see as I tap, it turns white, which we call frothing of the skin. Frothing of the skin means we've made contact. She's holding the positive, I'm holding the negative. And that's how our circuit works. This begins with two currents. It's high frequency and galvanic. It starts from the bottom, goes to the bottom of the vein. It also, this machine can remove moles, skin tags, and any imperfections. I can actually take and put together ears that have been pulled through with earrings and have two different separate pieces. I can actually mend them back together. This machine is a very cool machine that we can do lots of different services with. I can close down pores with people who have severe acne and have the skin that looks like they've walked on the moon, and no one wants to walk around like that. But we can also resurface the skin with this machine as well with a different size needle. So we have a lot of things that we do with this machine that is very rewarding and makes a person feel wonderful. So as you look here, you can see this is a cluster, and of course, and behind that cluster is the varicose vein. It feeds from here, across, up a little, and down. And then you'll see this is where all the little feeders come off, which are the spider veins, and we'll work on those and just get them gone real quick. The smaller they are, the faster they disappear. But like I said, in 1 hour, her skin will be talking back to all of us and saying, there's been something done here. And it may look a little red or a little pink, and it does take sometimes up to 3 to 4 months to absorb back into the system. So it's a slow process of healing, yet it's very invasive. It's not that painful. I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, Laura, what would you say this is? 10 being the worst.
About a 3.
About a 3, 4. And we could use anesthetic cream before we begin, but I prefer not to because it makes the skin blister up more. I'm going to turn this over to Fuzia. We're taking away a cholesterol pocket here on her face by just lightly tapping, and it'll come right to the surface for me. Now at this point I need to tell Laura, you need to be checked by your doctor to find out what your cholesterol reading is, because when they show up in your face, it's usually high cholesterol. This is how a lot of our customers end up at the doctors to find out they did and didn't have a clue. Working on the veins, I'm going to spread the skin open so I can see exactly where my little stream begins. And work very quickly so she's not in so much discomfort. I will not tell you a lie and tell you that this tickles, because it's far from it. And when you get up to the facial area, it becomes a lot more painful because we're so close to the nerve. I'm closing a few pores here, and if you'll see as I'm closing the pore, it's shooting out a lot of sebum and dirt and everything else that's accumulated in the wide pore. See how it shoots it and you can hear the crackling? Right here above her eyelid is a nice little baby mole, and if you'll watch closely, I'll just dissolve that right to nothing. She won't be able to control her eye very much. Here it comes, nice and easy. And you'll see here she has a few little baby ones. We're going to tap those, and I'll come back to work on that same one because she was very uncomfortable while I was working there. You want to work around when you see they're uncomfortable to distract what you're actually doing. Here we have a cluster of them. And all I have to do is run my needle across the top, and it will pull them wide open and make them disintegrate and go away. The longer I hold it there, to see the more white it sends up to the surface for me. Some clients like to do it in segments. We may work on their legs one day, their décolleté another, and their face another. We can remove skin tags, cherry angiomas, spider veins, moles, you name it. I've even reconstructed a person's nose that was very flappy. Had gone through a windshield since he was 17 years old. And when I was talking to him, I wanted to play with the flap. Finally, I knew him well enough that I went ahead and seared it together, and you'd never know he's been in the accident. His wife was very thankful. As you can see, here's the clutter coming out. You're doing really good, Laura. How you feel?
Like I'm finally getting them out.
Good. Then I'll wipe them away. One with the tears of saline. We'll come back to that cholesterol pocket. I see still has a piece left. This has been here probably 1.5 years. A lot of times it likes to adhere to the needle. You just pull it around a little bit. It's just going to make it crispy and crunchy. We're making this one a crispy critter. And please don't let them walk out looking crispy. Wipe it away. That's totally unnecessary. A lot of people say, oh, well, it'll fall in 3 days. Well, who wants to walk around with that hanging for 3 days? We didn't like what was there to begin with. Why would we want something hanging? She's not crying because of pain. She's crying because the eye is automatically shooting out the tears. I'll come back to that area. Come back to the cholesterol. A lot of time the cholesterol ball likes to get hung underneath the skin, so instead of traumatizing the skin worse and making it come out, just go ahead and dissolve it. Because it again will absorb back into the system. There's sometimes when you hit it with the needle that it may even bleed because the vein is so close to the surface and it needs to be better cauterized. We're basically cauterizing skin. By using 2 currents. Close down these white pores here. She may even want to sneeze. That would be normal if she does. Definitely make them sneeze sometimes. Okay. That concludes our spider vein video, and I hope that I've taught you quite a bit today. And if you're interested, please contact us. We'd love to do your service, or we'd love to teach you the procedure. Our number here is 407-208-0608. We're located at 5232 South Orange Avenue, Orlando, Florida 32809. It's been my pleasure.